Now that you've seen what I see, let's talk about why it was never going to work out between her and Paxton and her and Des. Paxton and Devi weren't meant to work because although she could have easily conquered her quest by being easy, and as much as they tried to make him seem sympathetic, he simply lacks the maturity and determination necessary to cultivate a healthy and intimate relationship. From his ego to the last time he read a book on his own volition, they were simply incompatible regardless of attraction from the very beginning. I think Devi and Des were doomed from the start. I'm aware that she could never really get with Des in the end because she'd be just another one of those Indian girls who come from strict families, who has a wild phase and then comes to her senses by settling down with an attractive Indian man that any and all family members would approve of. In order to escape both the male gaze and the expectations of her family and family's culture that has been forced upon her, she cannot participate in either trope. She can't fall in love with the boy her family would never accept because then she's the reckless outcast POC daughter, becoming codependent of the man she runs off with, letting go of what mattered most to her solely to serve and support him, because Lord knows Paxton is barely capable of getting to school, let alone taking anything else seriously until it's made horribly apparent that he cannot ignore the issues or responsibilities he's involved in any further. He has morals, but what he doesn't have are guts to admit he loves her oftentimes after everything that's happened, to treat her with respect. Instead, he's the sort of person to seek petty revenge and uncalled forms of revenge. Ideally, he'd have little to no responsibility and do the bare minimum. She'd eventually feel more trapped than ever before, only now her life is unstable with him rather than the stability her family life provided her. Although he was someone that she needed. She even says that he got her through the death of her dad by being a dream, a fantasy. She'll likely look back on it being more so a healthy distraction than the love of her life. Now, if she were to get with Des, she'd eventually feel limited by just how moral and good he is. And by good, I mean he is a mama's boy. How he cannot step out of the bounds of his mother's word. Devi is naturally outspoken and rebellious and would surely grow tired of this lack of depth and curiosity for life. He's also one that would allow her to become another one of those tamed POC who find love in the sort of suitor her parents would approve of completely. This limits her to a stereotypical attitude, quote unquote, she needs to get it out of her system, that she'll surely chill out of her ways rather than accept the fact that perhaps non-conforming women are more than just birds that need to be caged by the approval of others. The show is aware of this, and so Ben is the in-between. He is not perfect, but just a few notches down from perfect. Aww. Right? No, he's got his quirks, okay? Like how he was so damn condescending towards Nisi. Like how he can be extraordinarily obsessive with his work and how his issues with his father might be a little intense, and we haven't seen it as much as it does get to him. We haven't seen it that much in the seasons thus far, but I genuinely think in the following seasons, the more we get to know him, because I really hope that they will get together, the more we get to know him, the more I think we're going to see his daddy issues, and I'm hoping that Devi can accept him for who he is. But there's definitely more in that onion. But to get back to the main point, he's not perfect. He's done some things, but Devi's not perfect either. Okay? If anything, he is perfect to balance her out. He's perfect to be there for her, but also willing to participate in risky behavior. He's a goody two-shoes, but he has a mind of his own. I admire all the traits that he does have, and as for him being condescending, he can't really be condescending towards Devi because she can handle it, and she's just as smart as him, oftentimes more smart than him. So This is why I believe it was quite obvious that she was going to end up getting with Ben, which is why they took so long for them to even be in a position where they could start off a healthy relationships. Why she's choosing to lose her virginity to him. Okay? Okay. Get it, girl, get it. Anyway, let me stop being annoying. I think the problem here is this is a case of when the nice guy is actually nice. He's not just one of those weirdo, creepy, nice guys on the internet from our generation where they're like, I'm such a nice guy, why don't you like me? He's never sat down and actually been like that. He's hurt because he genuinely loves her and he was never expecting anything but love in return. It's not, yeah, I'm a nice guy, why won't you da-da-da with me? Why won't you do this for me? Why won't you sleep with me? Like, no. He's not like one of those weirdos. He genuinely has so much love for her and you see it in everything he does. Even the people he chooses to be with, aka Nisi. I feel like part of him unconsciously, like subconsciously did that because she was another person whom is Indian that is at the school that was close to Devi. Which is another thing, like, okay, you know what? He's a man. That's something that a lot of men do. I'm not going to go into this being some sort of race issue. I'm just going to say that this is him being a guy because it doesn't matter what race you are, honestly, whether or not he was white. That happens 10 times out of 10 when you are in that. It's like, then you're broken up with or you break up with them and then they get with someone that looks like you, like your same race or your same hair texture or like your same interests. And you're just like, not a carbon copy, not want to be me. Even when Nisi got to the school, because she goes to a majority white school, they were all like, oh my God, it's Devi 2.0. It's like, no, she's just another Indian girl. What are you talking about? Be fucking for real. Be fucking for real. Anyway, everything that he does, all the choices that he makes is because he loves her. He loves you. And he's actually nice. So why are you avoiding him for the entire 3 fucking seasons? So that's my take on Devi and Ben. I really hope that they actually get together. And I hope that she doesn't screw up something good. Because she really has something good with him. There's a lot of potential. There really is. All right. I was just looking at this from Objective with like little parts of the story. I'm gonna eventually go in and like look at the show again because I already watched the whole series, but I'm gonna watch it when it's like not 4 a.m. and I'm gonna go through everything and I'm gonna be like, oh, that's how he acted in this relationship with her, like specifics. And I'm gonna look at how all 3 of these boys acted with her in relationships or dating, and then I'm going to come back with like more details. I have all the background, but I'd like to go like in a commentary direction with the next video on this topic because I feel like that would be fun to analyze their every move. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please consider subscribing and liking this video. Comment below what your favorite part is, who your team is. If you're not Team Ben, questionable, but that's okay. We keep it live, laugh, love, unlike Des's mother, and just, I don't know, watch the video again if you want. I don't know. I don't know what to tell. Well, I don't know what else to tell you to do. Like, I hope you have a great day and that you have fun seeing the next video. All right. Bye.